Good evening, everyone. This is Mustafa of Mustafa Talks Tech, your digital marketing specialist and tech evangelist. Tonight broadcast, I'm doing it a little bit different. I got some new technology, which allows me to broadcast to where I'm at. I'm on Facebook tonight. I'm on LinkedIn, and I'm on YouTube broadcasting tonight. So this is a testing ground for me to check out the capabilities of this streaming technology to be able to stream to three different platforms. I've used it before in the years past, but I haven't used it recently. So I'm just checking it out again and seeing what they got and seeing if it's worth my while and if it's going to be able to allow me to push my brand forward and push my message, work smarter, not necessarily harder. Instead of recording three times on three different platforms, do one recording and shoot it out to these multiple platforms. So hopefully you can hear me well, you can see me well, and everything is coming through fine. And if so, we'll be going forward with this technology using this streaming to go to Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, maybe some other platforms down the line. So again, this is Mustafa Talks Tech, your digital marketing specialist, your tech evangelist. If you're familiar with me on any of the platforms that I mentioned, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, you know that I am committed to tech. Just this year, I have um, received certification as a digital marketing specialist. So that is a background, that is a passion of mine that I have, that I really enjoy pushing forward digital marketing strategies, talking about content marketing, email marketing, SEO, and how we can use this modern equipment, this technology, social media to push forward our brands, to make our mark, to make a name for ourselves, to have our 15 minutes of fame, as the saying has said in the past. So that is a passion of mine. I am a certified digital marketing specialist, and I look forward to sharing information and knowledge that I've gained and am gaining this wonderful field and knowledge base of digital marketing. If you're familiar with me on my pages of Facebook, if you see me on LinkedIn, if you see me on YouTube, if you see me on Instagram, my blog, upcoming, Medium articles, I'm always pushing tech. I'm new to tech, just a couple years in, but it's something that I'm passionate about. I believe that tech is our future. The pandemic has sped up a lot of tech innovations that were coming down the line, but now they're in our face right now. AI is really big, and people have their pros and cons, their fears and excitement about it. I'm excited about it. I don't necessarily have fears about it. I know some people think that AI is going to take our jobs away, and thus and so. So there's a lot of fear and trepidation when it comes to AI, but I look at it that is just another tool in the tool belt of a wise user that can streamline processes and make your job a little bit easier. I've been using Chat GPT, which is AI, for about a month now since I've become acquainted with it. And it's like a best personal assistant that I can have, where I can, automate some things. I can have it do certain tasks for me that are routine and mundane, and like again, it's just like a great personal assistant. It's like having an employee that never gets tired, that's always eager, ready to please, and willing to help. So that's how I look at AI Chat GPT in particular, that it's a friend, it's a buddy, it's help. And I'm not fearing it, and I look forward to evolving with it as it grows into greater usage and becomes something that becomes mainstream. It's not going anywhere, so we can either embrace it, learn how to use it for our benefit, or just sit on the sidelines and allow technology to just move forward while we become, just stagnated. So on this particular broadcast tonight, I just wanted to just kind of rattle off a few of those about top on the top of my head, and to announce that I'll be officially launching my podcast sometime in August, which is right around July 27th. So we're talking about right around the corner. And this is not my first rodeo. I launched a podcast during the because during this time I had a lot of downtime. Jobs were scaling back things. You couldn't go out to certain places. Socializing was kind of dried up. So I gave my hand at trying to podcast as a way of expressing myself and allowing myself to allow a lot of thoughts that was in my head to get out and express myself that way. And I was able to podcast for 2 years. And it was a great experience. Allowed me to again express a lot of knowledge that I had in my head. Allowed me to continue to hone my public speaking skills, which because of the pandemic, I was not going out and public speaking or having platforms available to me on the physical level like that. So that allowed me virtual platform and stage to speak. So that was really good. But now in 2023, I'm finna launch another podcast, which would be under my brand of Mustafa Talks Tech. And this podcast, Mustafa Talks Tech, will be all about tech, um, digital marketing, different going ons in the tech field, different strategies that I'm learning that I like to share with you, different tools that are coming out that can make your job a little easier. As I say, work smarter, not harder. Just seeing like my tech evangelist, just really pushing tech to anybody and everybody that want to hear it, but also particularly want to push tech to the community of the people that look like me as a black man and black people, because the statistics in tech are very alarming. Whereas black people, we only represent 6 or 7% of people in tech, and in management, leadership in tech, we only represent about 2%. So those numbers are very, very alarming. It's not excluding anyone else, but if tech is our future and we are as a community, people that look like me are being represented with such dismal small numbers, then that's something that is to be concerned about and to try to get those numbers up. So my message in tech and digital marketing is for everybody. Tech does not discriminate. It's for anybody can use it. But I'm very, very concerned also about the people of the community that look like me. And I want to inform and educate and inspire the people of the community that look like me to look into tech, even if you're not looking at it necessarily as a career, which I think is you should. But even if you don't look at it as a career, just to become more acquainted with tech and become familiar with the going ons and the innovations that's happening in tech, because whether you are in a career for tech or not, tech is in our life every day. Even down to all these smartphones. That's tech. Computers, that's tech. Um, um, Apps, that's tech. Going online to pay bills, that's tech. They have apps for your bank now, where you don't even have to necessarily go into the bank. You can do so much stuff from a banking app now. I had a check that someone sent to me yesterday, and I was able to scan the check with my phone, the front and back, and electronically deposit this check into my bank account. I didn't even have to go to the ATM or physically go on my bank. I did everything from my phone. So that's technology. How many people know that with your banking app that you can scan a check, a money order, front, back, endorse it, upload it to your banking app, and that check is deposited. You didn't have to make any physical trip. That's just an example of how I want to educate, the community of people that look like me to know about tech. And then of course, I believe that there's a lot of opportunities coming up in tech that will allow us to create great employment opportunities. Like digital marketing is a great field. that's going on right now. I'm also going to school to learn software engineering, also called coding. Great field. I know you hear so much about AI and there's fear of it, but digital software engineering and coding is a great field. Web development. If you know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, some React, some front end, some back end languages, or you become full stack. I mean, that creates so many opportunities for you once you know how to code, programming, that even if you don't want to get a job necessarily, you can freelance, you can do contract work, you can start your own business with that knowledge. You can also do that with digital marketing. So um, I'm pushing that as opportunities for people in the community that look like me and people in general. You also have UI, UX, user interface, user experience. That's another field within tech that people can look into and find some opportunities in. You also have tech sales, which is amazing and awesome. That you can use remote. You can work remotely in this, and you're just working in tech and using sales techniques to promote tech to companies and those that will use tech. That's, I mean, very, very lucrative field. I'm working to get certified in that as well, just so I have another skill in my back pocket. So, there's so many opportunities in tech that's going on, and I just want to tell everybody about it as a tech evangelist. And the wonderful thing about these opportunities is that, yes, a college degree is amazing, it's great, and it's a definitely a helpful tool in this world. But a lot of these opportunities that are going on in tech, you don't have to have a college degree, and that was one of the things that really struck me and got me excited and really inspired me to move into the tech field, to know that in 3 months, 6 months, a year, you can become certified in a new skill. And with that new skill, you can move out on that new skill to find either employment. You can start freelancing with these skills. You can do contract work with these skills. You can start your own business with this skill, an agency, and move forward to start making you some money. So 3 months, 6 months, a year, and that's very, very opens up a lot of opportunity for people, because everybody may not have the time, the money, or even the passion to just go to school for 4 years or 2 years to get an associate degree. Some people just that's just so far out for so many people. But if you tell somebody, hey, you can go get certified in this in 3 months, and boom, it could change your whole life. You could be in a whole new career. 6 months, boom, a whole new career, a whole new field. A year, maybe max, you're in a whole new field, a whole new career. Bam. People like, okay, I got 3 months, I got 6 months, I got a year to change my life and change my career trajectory. So I'm pushing tech as not a pie in the sky type idea, but something that's very, very attainable. I mean, I have friends in various tech fields who are doing just what I'm talking about, have gone and got certified in either tech sales or digital marketing, or they're doing some type of software engineering, coding. They're doing just so many different things in tech, and they're finding these jobs and they're working remote. In most instances, they're working from home, remote. They're making amazing money, and it just changed their whole life. So I just want to tell the whole world and people in my community to look like me about these amazing opportunities, that you can change your life and you can have a higher quality of life, because we live in a time now where the economic instability is terrible and it's getting worse, I think. And people hint and talk about recession. I'm not an economist, so I don't know, all the ins and out of that, but I hear what people say who are a lot smarter than me in that particular area. But regardless of whether I'm an expert or not in that, my pockets don't lie. To the grocery store, and what $50 used to allow me to do, it doesn't allow me to do now. I don't have to be an economist to know that it's something bad going on. When I can put X amount of dollars in my gas tank now and my needle doesn't move, then I know something is wrong. When the rent and the mortgage and the utilities and everything is going up, but my pay is not going up, then I know something is going on. So tech offers opportunities to increase our income and go into these very skilled fields and to really level up and make a lot more money so that as this inflation and possible recession and other economic realities happen, we don't have to get caught on that downturn where we're robbing Peter to pay Paul and robbing Paul back to pay Peter, and we're struggling and we're telling the children we can't do this, we can't buy you a gift, we can't go on vacation. You have to tell the wife, I can't do XYZ, baby. We have to maybe try to do that next year. And the car may have had a technical issue and you have to put that off, or it's just crazy out here. But there's opportunities out there to make things a lot easier, make things a lot better. And as I say, I'm new to a lot of this. I'm not a master of none of this. I'm just a student. I just got certified in digital marketing early this year of January, and I'm presently going to school for coding and software engineering. So hopefully by maybe another 5 6 months I can complete that and have that as another certification under my belt. Tech sales as well. I'll be certifying that by few weeks, months, maybe. And just trying to have these skills under my belt so that I can create the opportunities that I want. And if all else, then I can create my own opportunities. With the skills that I have in digital marketing, I can work independently. I can do freelance work, if push come to shove, if I can't find a job per se, if I can't find a job per se, I can freelance as a coder, as a software engineer. As people always trying to get something built. And if I have that skill, I can cut out the middleman and approach them and say, hey, I can build ABC for you, XYZ, I can do it. And that way I can start producing income independently for myself. So it's opportunities out there. Opportunities await you if you desire them. So that was just a few things I wanted to talk about tonight. Just kind of overview, talk about tech, talk about a little bit of my background and my journey and where I'm going, and hopefully inspiring a few people along the way that they will say, hey, let me check out this tech thing. And if all else, it doesn't hurt or cost you anything to check it out. There's so many resources out there to learn about digital marketing. There's so many resources to learn about coding, the UI, UX. AI is a big thing. Chat GPT. A lot of people, as I said, people get scared of AI and Chat GPT and all of this kind of stuff. But I always like to tell people to think about Chat GPT and AI is that these these uh these technology is not self-aware, meaning that AI is not going to wake up tomorrow morning, Friday, July the 20th, and going to decide that it's going to build an app. Chat GPT AI is not going to get up tomorrow morning, Friday, July 28th, and decide it's going to write a new blog post. Chat GPT AI is not going to wake up tomorrow, Friday, July 28th, and decide that it's going to program a new code and build a new landing page or do an email to. It's not going to do these things on its own. It's not just going to wake up and decide on its own that it's going to do it. It still takes a human input, someone to prompt it to put input into it and tell it what to do, and then it with its advanced thinking, it goes through the ins and out, and then it comes up with the solution. But it still requires a human hand and a human touch, and that's you and I. And even if you say Chat GPT is this and that and it's going to take this and that from you, Chat GPT, from what I understood of learning of, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that it's only been updated knowledge wise up to 2021, I believe. So from 1 to 2023, that's a gap in knowledge that it has not been updated to all of the latest happenings from between 2021 and 2023. So to bring it up to current state, that means somebody's gonna have to program it. Somebody's gonna have to put that input in it to allow it to learn and know what's happening in 2022 and 2023 and 2024. So that requires again a human hand. It doesn't just learn on its own. People put information in and then it relates and flips it and learns and does the things that you prompt it to do. So again, that's a human hand, and then that opens up more job opportunities because somebody's going to have the know-how to make Chat GPT, AI, and these other platforms do these things. So to the wise man thing, that's a job there. That's an opportunity there. That's ability to be able to create a career for yourself doing those things. So don't think negative about it. Think positive about it. That this is opportunity. This is technology tools, streamline, all of that, man. Great information. So yeah, it's Mustafa Talks Tech. Just talking and chit chatting tonight about myself and tech and all those things. And the biggest thing takeaway, I just want to just let everybody know that I'm going to be starting this podcast next month, Mustafa Talks Tech, and also I'll be starting the blog, Mustafa Talks Tech as well. And of course, I have my YouTube page, and I'll be streaming through LinkedIn and Facebook to continue this discussion and share information. So my information on the Mustafa Talks Tech platform will consist of a blog of Mustafa Talks Tech.blog, Mustafa Talks Tech, the podcast, and then Mustafa Talks Tech on the YouTube channel, and then my social media channels of Facebook, Instagram, I almost forgot that one, and LinkedIn. I'll be chit chatting across those. So I'm really excited and looking forward to really growing the platform of Mustafa Talks Tech and sharing this information, this video component of it. I'm very, very excited about it because it's not just going to be me doing a solo dance, a lot going forward. I'm really looking to bring other people onto the platform who are tech related and tech inclined and have certain knowledge of certain areas that I really don't know about, but I want to learn about and educate the community about. But I want to bring these experts onto the channel and allow them to share their know-how with the audience so that we can all learn and see some of these faces and just be able to questions and learn and just this become an educational learning platform and channel where you can learn, you can get some of your questions answered, you can be inspired, you can learn about some different careers opportunities that's going on and all of this good stuff. So just hanging there with Mustafa Talks Tech is some amazing things um, coming this year, and we're just gonna grow. I can grow with you, and you can grow together. If you have any questions, I'm always welcome to receive questions, and I will answer those questions to the best of my ability. Again, I am a student of this, um, so I'm learning just as well as other people are learning, but I have learned a lot and I have experienced a lot. So a lot of things I can answer, and a lot of things you may experience, I have experienced or am experiencing, so I can share, um, those ways of going through those things. So I would like to see your questions, and if it's a really good question or something that I may need to go in depth of, I'll make a whole video about it. Your question can spark the next video chat where we'll be chatting on your question and breaking it down and flipping it over and looking at the ins and outs of it, the nuances of it, and just really exploring and answering that thing in depth. So I would like to do that as well. and hopefully I'll come on in the next couple of days again, and we'll chit chat. Um, and in the meantime, I'm going to be looking for some amazing guests for that official launch next month. I got a few people in mind that I want to bring on, some tech related heavyweights, bring in this arena to talk about this amazing tech. So, been going quite a little while. I think I'm gonna go ahead and tune out. It's getting late for me and late for others. We still got another day of work for those that work that typical 9 to 5, 5 days a week. So I know a lot of us trying to wind down and get ready for that last day of the week. And I hope that's cool for us, and we get ready to prepare for a great, amazing weekend. So, yep, this is Mustafa. Mustafa Talks Tech. If you're viewing me on YouTube, like, subscribe to my channel, Mustafa Talks Tech. If you're on LinkedIn and you're seeing this, if you're not already, subscribe to me. Go ahead and connect with me, follow me, like, share. If you're on Facebook viewing this, hey, do the same thing for me. Like, share, comment, join the page. Let's connect. Let's talk. And I'll be seeing you soon, and we'll be talking more about tech. Remember, there's opportunities in tech. Research, research, research. Find something that excites you, explore it, and it may be your new field for you, maybe a new career for you, maybe a new side hustle for you. All right. This is Mustafa. Mustafa Talks Tech, your digital marketing specialist and tech evangelist. Wishing you peace, and I will see you on the next go round.